it's me, Sheik, and today I'm doing my Q&A video. Question number 1, how did you get into cosplay? In 2006, I attended AX06. It was my first convention with my friend Keika, and we were so excited. I couldn't believe I was going because I thought only like the biggest anime fans went, and like they're like, oh, there's gonna be cosplay, like people that dress up in their favorite characters. Like, mind you, this is 2006. Cosplay was not big here. Like, it was becoming big, but it was like, no, it just wasn't that big like now. Like, it was just, yes. I didn't have a costume, obviously. I didn't even think I was even at that level to even think of making a costume. With that in mind, I just brought all my weebiest stuff, otaku shirt, and like any anime things I had. I wore like layers. I kind of went for the Harajuku Dekura look. I was like, and so when I finally got there, I saw that there was like all kinds of people in like different like costumes. Some were like really crazy and some were kind of simple, thrown together, but at the time I was just like, everything's amazing, this is so great. And the community just was different back then too. It just didn't seem like everyone was just chill. You didn't see a lot of crazy photo shoots happening. Everyone just taking pictures. Mostly it's photographers just kind of walking around and snapping a few shots. That was it. So that was my first time I actually was exposed to cosplay, and after that, me and my friend were like, we're gonna dress up next time. We're never doing this without dressing up again. Like, that we wanted to be in costume too, and we saw people our age and everything dressing up. So next time around, we went to AX07 the next year and we dressed up. I was flown from Disgaea, and she was supposed to be Etna, but I think or something happened and she went as Ruti Katreya from Tales of Destiny. And then my sister went and she had my mom, my mom made a last minute Renoa from Final Fantasy VIII. So we all went and it was really fun. I remember people asking me for photos and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And so that's what really got me in. How do I balance cosplay with my family and work? That kind of came into the mix a few years ago when I became working full-time. And my family, on the other hand, they are very supportive of it. Some of them were kind of like, about some costumes, and sometimes my mom's like, that's a revealing costume. So then I don't really do a lot of revealing ones. I come from a conservative background, so to me, like, a few of my costumes, I was like, well, this is showing a lot. Like, even during the summer, I like didn't really show my body off. I never really liked it anyway. But slowly as I'm getting older, I'm like, well, you know, I'm just being a character, and once I'm in character, I just don't even care anymore. The work thing is kind of hard because I work full time, but I don't really work weekends. Sometimes I work on Sundays because I work at a church, and I work with the kids department ministry. So I help with like the kids things, so they have like children's church and everything in the morning. So sometimes Sunday mornings I can't go to things. So and usually they're very lenient with me, like switching things around, because they know I'm good, I'm a worker, like I'm usually there. So sometimes I switch it around. And my boss, her daughter cosplays and stuff, so she knows and everything. So it's really cool. So really, cosplay never really gets in the way of things. Sometimes in work it's like weekdays and stuff. So that the only thing is that it's kind of draining, my job and everything. I'm busy with kids all day because I'm a preschool teacher on top of that. So sometimes it's really tiring when I get home because I've been work all day. And even during my lunch break I may not even come home, so I'm literally gone for like 9 hours or so, and then I come home and I'm like, I'm done, I'm tired. So what would I tell someone who's afraid to fail? If you are afraid of failing, you're going to have to get over that fear, because you're going to fail. Like, everyone messes up in anything you go through. You're going to mess up. It happens, and it's part of it. Like, it's good. I'm glad I've made mistakes. And at the time, I probably was not glad. I was like, ah! But afterward, I'm glad. It helped me. I learned that you don't put your finger in a big glob of hot glue. No, stuff like that, yeah. But I've learned, like, certain sewing techniques because other ones just didn't work, or certain fabric doesn't go well with another fabric. So like, you're going to fail. You have to get past that, to get better, you have to just mess up and be okay with it. That's the problem. Like there's going to be challenges, and you're just gonna have to tell yourself, I'm not at this level that I want to be at, but I can be, but getting there is going to be hard. Like it's just hard work, just like muscles. You don't wake up and you're like, hey, look it, I just beefed up. No, you're gonna like work really hard. You're going to maybe pull a muscle, or you don't eat enough, so you're like, oh, and you learn not to do that. So there's just, in everything there's learning. So it's the same with anything else. Honestly, you're going to fail. Cosplay's full of failure, and in the sense that you mess up and you get better. Or to yourself. Do not let other people tell you that you're a failure. Do not accept it from others. Be like, I'm not here to cosplay for you. I'm here to cosplay for me. This is my own self-growth that I'm working with. So that's a whole other thing. Do not be like, I'm a failure because mine doesn't look as cool as that girl's over there. Like, I would hate it if someone looked at mine and then looked at theirs and they're just like, I'm not that good and this and that. Be like, I'm just working at my level and you have your level. Or like, same with me. Like, I can look at people's stuff and instead I change it around and like, that's awesome. How did you do that? Like, I was trying to do this. Look at how this came out. And then usually very nice cosplayers are like, oh, blah, blah, I just did this and this. And you're like, ah. So why am I eating your heart? Because I love you, Chelsea. That is Chelsea, my friend and waifu sometimes. Chelsea, I just love you eating your heart. I was hungry. What is my dream cosplay? You know, honestly, at a recent panel, I shared that I would love, like, if I had all this money and time and talent, I would love to make the final form of Maleficent in the movie. And if you guys seen that, you know what it's like. If you haven't seen this movie, then maybe you should skip like a minute or so, or wait till I'm done talking about this. But the one where she has all the wings and the cool bodysuit and everything, that's what I want to do. That would, I think, would be an amazing one. Also, ebony armor from Skyrim. Like, I started on it and I was like, I suck, I'm not doing this anymore. But in the back of my head, I'm like, I started it, I should finish this, I want to. But like, part of me feels like I love it so much that if it doesn't look good, I'm gonna like cry and be like, I worked so hard and I hate it. And so I really want to work on that one. That is something that's just like a pile of different foam pieces. I have like the pauldrons and some of the arm guards and some other stuff started on, and then like the helmet pattern I had working on. So that's like a dream one of mine. I love armor sets and I want to make so many like heavy armor, not like you know, I got like a bikini on or whatever, like my other one I had. That one, like my simple Skyrim one, especially the bikini one, like that's fun to be in, but I'm like, I want heavy armor where I'm like, and they'll be like, is that a little girl in there? What is she, like 12? So my favorite characters to cosplay would be Kai from Heavenly Sword, as well as Maleficent. And I really loved being Princess Agatha because I felt so cute and little, and like people loved it because I put so much detail into that costume for my age and time, like the talent and everything. I put a lot of detail into it. Honestly, I look back and I'm like, why am I not doing stuff like that? And Gaige. I don't know, there's so many fun characters because I try to find characters that either look like, act like, on top of already loving from the games. They're usually the young girls who are kind of crazy because I have fun in those ones. Like, some characters I love that are serious, I don't pick them because I feel like, oh, I'm gonna have to be serious. Like, I want to get in character and I'm like, people are gonna like take me too seriously or think that I'm being uptight or mean, but really I'm trying to get into character. So when I have fun ones, I'm like, yeah! And I usually like the little crazy girls because like I always get crazy. I have a lot of energy, especially at conventions. And if you guys have met me in person, you probably think the same. I've had people who are like, I didn't know you were like this. Like, I thought you were just kind of quiet or something. I'm like, I'm not quiet, I'm crazy. The benefits of having a cosplay page. 1, you can keep your cosplay organized, like all together. 2, you can, if you have a personal, if you have like a personal page, I honestly have 2 pages, 2 profiles and 1 cosplay page. I didn't really understand, like, work with the pages back then, so when I made it, when I made my profile, I just added all these cosplay followers and like other cosplayers and just people that I know that I'm not really close to, or probably don't even care about my real life, I don't know. And so finally I was like, I need another one for my coworkers, that especially when I work with kids, I have parents on there, and I just don't want weird like stuff on there or my cosplay life being too mixed in, because I wanted to keep it. I'm also an organized person. Like, my closet is color coordinated.
And one of the nice shirts and everything are hung up, and then the jeans and the t-shirts are put away, and then the nerd shirts are put off to the side, and the closet.
I'm organized. So to me, I was thinking, okay, I want this profile that has these people. I want this profile that has these people. And my cosplay page that later on I started using more and has all my cosplay stuff. And now I have my YouTube for my videos. I have Instagram for my photos that I want to be like, yeah, check out my photos, plus the reach is so much better. And so I get to actually talk and see more of what you guys think on there. And I'm going to try to add my links down here if you guys are interested in those. So don't be afraid to have one. Like, it doesn't mean like, oh, look at me, I think I'm all that, so now my page. It's like, it's really fun to like, this is where my stuff is. You can put it on your cards when you pass them out, because cards are a big thing now. People love to have cards. It doesn't matter if you're like really popular or no one knows you at all, you have a card. When a photographer or even just making a friend asks for like info or anything, like how can I get a hold of you, you're like, here, and it has all your stuff. Now I'm gonna have to add my YouTube, because now I'm making more videos and everything, and so I really like having like, you know, like a little card, pass it out, has your link on there, and now you have a page instead of being like, I don't want to add everyone because I don't consider them a friend right now, they're like acquaintance. So this way you can tell them, here's this, you can message me, you can comment on photos, but they're not added as your friend. So that's the kind of like thing I think would be really good. Like, what's the benefit of having a page? But the reach kind of sucks. Sometimes I will sponsor one of my photos to help get the reach up. I don't really put much, like a couple dollars, and it's not buying likes or anything. Like, people don't have to like my stuff. It just means that it will help boost my reach so other people can see them. But I wouldn't say it really does much, so honestly I've only done it here and there. So I don't know, Facebook's kind of and I can say that I'm on YouTube. I like YouTube, and even their this reach is kind of weird, so please give a thumbs up if you have it on my videos. That helps my reach on here. Not that this video is that interesting, I guess, because it's just about me, but if you like it, or you just feel like clicking a button, then you guys can click the thumbs up. Oh, the only tip I can really give is put lots of material onto your page. Like, keep it updated, put material. Even if you put something on Instagram or YouTube like I do, I post on there saying, hey, I updated this, or you can share your Instagram to your page. If you set it up the right way, it'll show your Instagram post on your page if you share. You have to go into Instagram and do the settings, but that's what I do. And honestly, just people like to see content, and especially with the reach problem, you kind of want to keep putting stuff out. Have an interesting photo to kind of grasp people in, to be like, this is my work, because if it's just a blank background, they don't really know what to go off of if they're just kind of glancing at it. Okay, favorite cosplay pic of me. Pics, I really love the photos from my friend Mike Rollerson Photography. Love his work. He just does an amazing job, and he plays with the photos. Like, he makes them like the Medova King one, where I'm like, and some people are like, that doesn't look like you. I'm like, it is me, and it's so cool. I'm not even trying to be like, look at me, this is me. I'm just like, look at this collaboration. Like, I see it as a beautiful art. I love when they're worked with. If you don't mess with your photos, that's fine. You snapped an awesome shot, angles, whatever. But me personally, I love when photographers take it and like add to it. Like, they added, like, some photographers took my Jubilee and they made like all these sparkles, or like her firework kind of powers going on, and I loved it. Like, I love it. It's like two artists are like make one big art piece. So to me, I just love it. It's an art, and I'm not trying to say like, yeah, like, can you like make me like 2 sizes smaller and like change all of this. Like, I take away my acne. Some people will notice my face looks cleaner in photos. Sometimes I just randomly break out, and I have this problem where I'm like, and so like my face breaks out around here, and it's awful. It's just adult acne. It happens, it's natural, but in my photos I don't want it because my character does not have that nastiness going on with the skin, because they're like flawless. So I'm like, can you remove the acne? Or like if I look real tired, like I don't, who honestly sleeps a lot at conventions? Who does? So if I look tired, like I'm like, fix it up. But aside from that, it's really I just like all the like craziness and like, oh, my character has fire. Like if I could do this with this video, I would. Like I need to like collab with people so I can be like with video. So I really like Moik Willison's, my friend who actually asked this question. I love her work. Sam, who is in my Jubilee ones. I love the Jubilee ones, like the ones where I'm like posing like this or off to the side. I love those ones. She always seems to capture the cuteness of Sheik-chan whenever it actually shows up. So yeah. Alright, so when you're starting cosplay, I would just say budget, see what you can afford to wear, and make sure you have your characters all ready, like have them like a list, kind of check who you can cosplay as, and just have fun with it. Honestly, just have fun. Enjoy who you're cosplaying as. Whether you can afford as a lot or a little, like just go out and try it. Just get out there and do it, and then from then on you kind of can see like, I can do this, or I can afford this or that. Just start little. Don't be like, I gotta be like that person. Like, no comparison. Please don't compare. Like it's a natural human thing to do, to compare and like envy in a sense. Don't do that. Just be like, that's them, that's what they got going on. There's some cosplayers doing crazy stuff that I'm like, good for them. I don't think I could do that. I don't honestly think I could do all the stuff that they do, and that's awesome that they can. And so please just think about yourself and how you're gonna have fun and be that character, and just do it. If I had superpowers, for one, I hope that it would be like the X-Men, where I'm just like this mutant just grown with this power. Or they just like have deep within me and something crazy happens and like I realize I have all this power. I would really love to be able to fly. And I know it's like a typical thing, but honestly I've had dreams, lucid dreams, where I can fly, and it's the most amazing feeling ever. For one, I don't like being confined in an airplane, so I think it would be cool if I can actually fly myself and deal with it. If I feel like landing, then I go and land, and if I don't, then I'm fine. So I would love to be able to have the power of flying. Honestly, it would be cool if I can have wings that can come out or go back in, like disappear, so I can be like a normal person, and then crazy wings can bust out. Like maybe they're like this like almost translucent kind of wings or something, or transparent, and they like come out and I'm like flying around and stuff. Or I would like to be able to have like some sort of elemental power, because I love elemental powers in games. Like Skyrim, I'm usually like with my fire and my electricity, and then I got like the sword because I still love the feeling of like slicing and dicing through things and bad people. All my questions for today. I hope you guys really liked this video. If you did, reminder, please thumbs up. If you have more questions, ask them down here because I can do another Q&A. I'm sure there's some people who have questions about my actual costumes, like working on things and making things. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. I'm really trying to get my YouTube videos to like pop and be interesting, because to me it's really fun to edit them and work on them. And I know I don't have a lot to work with right now, but I'm hoping to be encouraged to keep going and make some really cool creative videos out there for you guys. Alright, I love you. Bye.